Hey everybody. Here's another League of the Boa list. So I am changing a few things. The biggest thing you'll notice is that there's now 4 consigned to memories. So what vanished were one Stony Silence and 2 of the Fire Magics. So just a brief justification why. I don't think Fire Magic is. I think Fire Magic is outstanding, but where the format is just it doesn't need it. And also I really think that especially post EW, people would just play whatever did well at EW, and there weren't very many decks that did well at EW that Fire Magic's good against. And then the other thing that was cut was a Stony Silence. So one deck that I think is gonna pop up a lot is the Karn decks, the big colorless, Karn decks in general. That deck took it down and is doing quite well for itself. I think that honestly, that deck is only going to get more popular, and that Consigned to Memory is the cleanest answer we have since you can combo with Snapcaster Mage. The deck has evolved from the days where maybe even a few months ago you could stick a Stony Silence and just kind of laugh at it, since all they did was ramp out a ring, and if their ring and their artifacts didn't work, then that was kind of it. But now they've got 4 rings, 4 Tezzerets, and 4 Karns actually, so the matchup is a lot more about planeswalkers, if anything, than it is about artifacts. So I think Consign is probably a better fit at this moment. But we'll test that theory, and we'll go ahead and play some matches and see where we get. But yeah, I think this post EW world is going to be interesting. So, other stuff that I've thought about. I don't. The results from EW shouldn't really surprise anyone. Aside from the lone Pox player, it was pretty much what I expected. I don't know of anyone that would look at that and say, "Wow, I'm surprised." Um, I would say the only other real surprise was that Blue Black Tempo did as poorly as it did. I don't know. I don't know if I was ever convinced that Blue Black Tempo was better than Blue Black Reanimator, but I didn't think it was that much worse. And at least from the data that I've seen, it looks like Blue Black Tempo just got mollywopped. So yeah, it looks like, I guess from that I'd say that if I see Blue Black in the leagues from now on, I'm probably just better off assuming it's Reanimator. Um, Otherwise, anything else that I'm thinking? Well, that's thoughts for later. Curdy. Okay, what are we doing today? Yeah, this is fine. Island Plain, Stoneforge. 2 brainstorms. Nothing wrong with this. Let him take his turn real quick. Okay, so we have just a slip there. Okay, so what? Blue Black Reanimator, probably. Sure feels like it. Yeah, Thoughtseize. Okay. So my hand is very redundant right now, so this really isn't going to do anything to me. I'll probably have to keep up Island so I can brainstorm into something, but he's taking a Stoneforge Mystic, which is kind of interesting, but we'll see. Well, I mean, if he was scared of the first one, maybe he'll be really scared of the third one. He likes the basics. So I guess I have good taste in that regard. See if it matters. Wasteland. Nope. Nice try. So I'd like to try and find a Force of Will so I can... God, this feels like a freaking Bowmaster, so I'm not going to fall for it. That might be why he left me with 2 brainstorms as well. I'll just deploy a planes here and say pass. And if he flinches on the Bowmaster, then I'll brainstorm in response. Yeah, okay, so there's that Bowmaster. So I'll go ahead and take this brainstorm while I can. Spell Pierce could be pretty good. I'm gonna put back. What do I put back here? I'm gonna put back you under you. And that'll be fine. So now the question is, what happens if he? So just as I got done saying that blue-black tempo wasn't as popular, this certainly looks like the tempo version, just because the Reanimator variants aren't really... They're not really playing Bowmaster anymore for the most part, but you can never count out someone's just like random brew doing its thing. So this next turn probably is just going to be a Stoneforge Mystic. Really does not like these Stoneforge Mystics. I feel like the get would be a Cryptic Coat. Is this like a third Thoughtseize? Another Goyf. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely like a tempo deck of some making fashion. Okay, so we're just gonna do Stoneforge Mystic here. Say okay. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna get Cryptic Coat. And I'm just gonna try and end this Nether Goyf. If he wants to daze, he can. I feel like I'm okay with that exchange. And then I could just sit back on Cryptic Coat. Cryptic Coat is another very relevant 3-drop. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to that effect. So going into EW, I think a lot of the narrative was that this deck was like the baby brother to the quote-unquote tier 1 decks of the format, which would be the Reanimator variant. And it seems like that more or less played out. Sure. Okay, so what he's looking for So he's going to be looking for that ninja dude. We just kind of have to hope he doesn't find it. I'd be thinking about it a little bit, but I can't help but feel like if he had it, this brainstorm would go faster. I'm probably meta reading too much into this. So as long as he doesn't find another Thoughtseize, I'm generally okay. Like, he can kill this Stoneforge and be fine, but the real... Yeah, so you're just going to Fatal Push, sure. So your last card in hand needs to be Daze right now. I can live in that world. And even then, like, if I just draw a land, then the Daze doesn't even do anything. Okay, well, or I can just draw Cauldron. That card always can rely on you. Okay, so now his now a lot of his plays get a lot more awkward. Like his Planeswalker guy gets a lot harder to defend. This Cryptic Coat on the field now. Sure, if you want to attack, go nuts. I mean, he's pretty clearly signaling that he's got another Bowmaster, so I'll just kill one of them, and that'll be what it is. If he doesn't have another Bowmaster, I'll be absolutely shocked. I mean, I gotta trade this in for some stuff, right? I can't just sit back on my haunches. Yeah, okay. So what? I pick it up and then I put it back, and I put it back down. Next turn, probably. Sure. Sure. I'd like a removal spell to kill one of them and then free up this brainstorm if I can. That would be ideal. Okay, so we just pass now. Okay, neat. Neat. Pick it up. Put it back down. God, there's Batterskull. Man, ripping all the bad equipments off the top. Honestly, I would have taken the Batterskull draw, if I'm being completely honest here. Tammio's fine. Does he just have, like, another Bowmaster? No, okay. Yeah, I kind of want to block this. Honestly, mostly because I feel like... Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to block that there. Oh, shoot, I should have... Oh, well. Well, I guess I kind of get away with it. I'll just return it to hand now. I definitely should have done that earlier. That was just beyond my part. That Prismatic Vista might want to be a mountain one day. So we'll have to see where that goes. Another freaking Bowmaster. Jeez. Oops, all Bowmasters out of this opponent. So how do I want to do this? I can Jace +2 myself, maybe. Probably just attacking with Tamio, though. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna start Jace +2ing. Yeah, sure. So he draws his card. Man, what I would give for some, just a piece of removal right now. So sweet. Yeah, I don't even have one in my yard anymore, which is pretty rough. Yep, I'm gonna lose that one too. Okay. So now I'm in a very awkward position. Well, I mean, now that Tamio's not cashing out anymore, and this Cryptic Coat will just hold it in place. What's worse? Like, this Tamio just sits there, right? I have to think about this. White, blue, blue, white. I'm gonna play Jace. Okay, so he's going down to no cards, right? So we're gonna do an island. We're gonna Spell Pierce that. Now the question is, what's more important? I can't Jace Brainstorm, right? So I think the answer is +2 target him. Okay, so he can keep his land. No. And then I think I still have to just, like, hit that thing now. Because he's going to -3 in Thoughtseize. And then I'm 1 away from just deploying Cauldron, so I think I just, like, chill here. Also, next turn, I could just, like, bounce the Cloak to my hand. That is a land under there. So that is a bit of a setback. Because I was approaching the point where, like, hardcasting Culture was, like, a little bit realistic. Alright. So now I'm just going to do it targeting myself. No, I won't. I'll just bounce this to hand. Play Cryptic Coat. So we're just going to start applying pressure here. Like, him attacking this Jace actually doesn't matter that much. But killing him is going to matter quite a bit. So what did he do? Puts a card in his graveyard, right? He's just going to bottle, sure. So, I don't... There's a couple things I could be afraid of. Let's see. Okay. Alright, that's very good. We're going to +2 him. Yeah, I would. You know, honestly, I'd rather just not have to deal with it. I'm gonna hit him. We're gonna slap him for 3. Just get in there. Yep, looks had enough. Alright, so, I mean, it's probably just 3 red blasts, right? I can't imagine this deck not having either Murktide or the Ninjutsu Duder. Spell Pierce is probably pretty bad here. Counterbalance seems fine against a tempo decks. I like the whole Stoneblade package. But going blue can be pretty tough, so maybe I'll just cut that. And then Dress Down's good against a lot of their deck. What's the last card I cut here? I feel like... God, I like all these cards. Maybe it is just Dress Down. Yeah, okay. I'll just roll with Dress Down. Oh, wait. I don't need all these forces. I mean, I probably need some, but I don't need all of them. Yeah. I like that better. Because Dress Down also has the ability to strip Hexproof off of Kaito. So that's not nothing. I mean, it seems like a pretty small edge, but it can matter. Yeah, so Cryptic Coat, they're just showing how good an army in a can is, especially if ward 2 bodies that are just like just do not care. Opponent is taking a while to second board here. All right. Curdy. I don't think I can keep this. Yeah, I can't cast anything out of this hand. Okay, I mean, I guess this is my punishment. Turn 1 Thoughtseize will really fuck up my day. Yeah, okay. So here we see the downside of me mulliganing there. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken the other hand. If he takes this Ponder, if he has a Wasteland to follow this up, I'm really in trouble. But I'm kind of hoping that he cuts some number of those Wastelands out. Because if he didn't, then I am pretty boned. Nope. Sure. Yeah, so he's going for the aggro Tameo play, which honestly I'm pretty fine with. Got a ton of ways to deal with this. Seems very aggressive. Okay, well, here's one way to deal with it. So that Tameo did pretty much nothing. I don't know. I feel like the way he played that Tameo is a pretty big spew. Although it's not going to matter if he just Wastelands me. Just waste. Sure, go nuts. Holy crap. Is it possible for me to draw worse? So if he drops a Kaido on me, I'm probably just going to concede. I actually can't beat that card from where I'm at. Yeah, sure. Okay, can I, like... Yeah, I'm pretty fucking hosed here. I don't know. Yeah, how dead am I? Very dead. Okay, yeah, this isn't happening. On, like, turn 4. Land. Yeah, so maybe that mulligan in the beginning was pretty loose, but... Yeah, I mean, there's also only so much game you're going to have off those sorts of decks, off those sorts of hands. Well, this seems fine. I'll keep this. So I'm going to just start off with a Ponder. I'll probably want another land and then a removal spell beneath it, I guess, is what I'm looking for here. But, man, wouldn't it be refreshing if we actually got to play Magic today? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Thoughtseize? Yeah, okay. Alright, so he takes the Brainstorm. Sorry, I'm like talking to Bowen, the other monitor. So if he wants to daze this, I'm actually pretty okay with this. Just Stoneforge. I'm just gonna get code again. So what are we gonna do here? Okay. I mean, I feel like he would have dazed the Stoneforge if he had it, so I'm just gonna assume he doesn't. So I think we just go for this thing now. Okay, that's cool. It's gonna bobble. So I kind of want to draw a Jace here. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna brainstorm here. I just don't want him to like walk into a. Does he have Bowmaster anyway? He does have. If he has Bowmaster, it is what it is. Okay, so he just found it. Sure. I was kind of hoping that Bowmaster wouldn't be in this position, but it is. So here we go. Swords, sweet. Okay. So we're gonna put back these two. We're gonna plow that. Still gonna get hit, and he's gonna make a body out of it. And then we're gonna put back you under you. We're gonna pass the turn. Okay. Does he have enough to... Golly, just has it all the time. Oops, all Bowmasters out of this man. Okay. Well, the good news is I can still get rid of this one, and then hopefully I can ponder into some lands. And I can drop a Jace on his head. Done. Kill it. Just need a fourth land here, and then I'll probably be cooking. God, this is like good enough to not throw back. Just barely, though. No, I won't. So I like the Teferi. Just kicking this Orc token back to his head. I don't like that for whatever reason. My deck is just like not forking over the lands. That's pretty unfortunate. Okay, cool. Here's this Teferi. Cool. So 5 cards, but I'm limited by the technology of my time. Just gonna swing. Another Bowmaster. Dude, this guy has like nothing but Bowmasters. He's a fucking mono Bowmaster deck. This is insane. Okay, so how do I do this? I could feel like that. Okay, so we're just gonna do Snapcaster Mage. I'll get rid of that Tameo eventually. Right now I need to like unlock my hand, which has 2 Jaces and 2 cantrips. So unless he finds like his 4th Bowmaster, I think I'm kind of turning the corner here. Right? Yeah, that's 3 Bowmasters. Good lord. Yeah, so he definitely has so he's probably got the Kaido, right? Is that the deal? Oh, okay. Well, I guess he doesn't. Alright. Sweet. I'm on turn 7, still on 4 lands. This is brutal. Okay, cool. My hand is stupid, redundant. Like, there's nothing even critical to take. It's all just like, I don't know. Just like getting this hand unlocked would be so nice. Anyways, he's taking one of the Jaces, which probably tells me he can't deal with one of them. So if I draw a land, I'm just slamming this Jace. But, you know, that's just not a possibility for me. Okay, I'll bite. So we'll see how he wants to handle this. Good God, like, what do I have to do for a 4th land here? This is absolutely crazy. So he's going to try and take the... Yeah, so now he's going to realize that... Well, he can take one of the equipments and then the Stoneforge just kills the Tameo, I think is how this goes. If I'm not mistaken. He exiled my Cryptic Code. Yes, he did. So this is all the equipment that I got left. This is my army. I mean, I don't even care if if I don't kill the Tameo next turn for the most part. God, I've just been like suspended under my mana base for so long. I wonder what he's deliberating. I mean, he might be between like the Ponder, so I can't find lands, or the Jace. I mean, okay, so it looks like he's gonna try and like screw me on lands. I mean, I don't know. I can't blame him. I haven't drawn one despite like 4 cantrips. So okay, so that's how he's doing this. Okay, cool. Land, please. Okay, well, there you go. Chase. Okay, sweet. gonna go put Cauldra under ending, and we're gonna pass that Arid Mesa I want to be a mountain. So this turn, so next turn is going to be a Prismatic Ending first, see if he wants to force it, and then I'll follow up with a Narset. Okay. Cool, I guess. Okay. So how am I doing this? I'm gonna do Narset. And then I'm gonna probably Dress Down or something. Just shrink all this shit. Okay, take a force out of this. Yeah, and then I think I just dress him down. Well, it kind of sucks I'm gonna have to get Volk to do it. So I'm like 2 turns away from that actually killing me, which is pretty insane. So I'm gonna have to get this Volk out, which is unfortunate. And then we're gonna cast Dress Down here. We're comfortable with that number being 0, let's say. Okay, so there's my land. So if he doesn't Wasteland here, that'll be a mistake on his part. But he doesn't necessarily know that yet, although I suspect he probably will. Gosh, that's a lot of big butts. Yeah. Man. Homeboy is drawing pretty well. Okay, so I've got 2 removal spells. A lot of removal spells. Okay. So what do I do? Plow that. I Prismatic Ending that. I plow that, I take 8 and go to 2. I think I kind of have to. Yikes. Have to and see how that holds up, I think. Yeah, there's no world in which I can allow that Bargoyf to connect, so that's going to have to get plowed. Okay. Okay, that Power Blast is not helpful. How do I survive this? I feel like it has to be... Yeah, it has to be Batterskull. It has to be Batterskull, and then... to be like Snap Plow or something. I think I just got caught under my lands for too long on that game, which is unfortunate. It's going to have to be a good one, whatever this next card is. Sure. Tameo, I actually just don't care. Alright. Well, here's my draw step. What does this do for me? Plow. Nope, nothing. Can't do it. Tough game. Tough game. Yeah, I definitely had a turn to turn. I definitely had several turns to turn the corner with that Jace, but he drew 3 Bowmasters, and then I just could not naturally draw a 4th land, which just, I think that got me killed in the end. Yeah, so his plan came together more or less perfectly, and mine just kind of like slumped over. Souza. Okay. Dude, I hate these slow like starts to matchups. It's like I don't know what they're doing. Like, are they multi-queuing or just like, I don't know, wandering off and doing something else while they're waiting? I feel like recently I've come across a lot more of these players where it's just like, I don't want to say they. I mean, people that play slow, it's whatever. You know, maybe they're learning, maybe they're not, but just like, I don't know, just people that just aren't there when the game starts is a special kind of frustrating. Okay, well, he's here now, so we keep this and we see what happens. Delta. Another Thoughtseize, perhaps? Feeling daring, are we? Feeling very daring. So he's going to take either or. This, yeah, too early to tell. This could be like 3 or 4 different things. This could be that Pox deck that's going around. This could just be another blue-black Reanimator deck hedging on basics. I have basically 0 data at this point. Swamp Thoughtseize could be like 2 or 3 of the top decks at the moment. Okay, cool. Okay, well, Ponder does help me find actual cardboard here. Let's see. I'll put this Jace on the bottom and see if I want it eventually and just take the Force for the time being. Okay. Cool. I'll just plow that, get that out of the way. Alright. Entomb. Okay, so there's the Entomb. I'd prefer not to, if it's all the same to you. I'm gonna brainstorm. Okay. So I'm gonna draw this Jace. 3 cards. Okay. Cool, so we're like building shit out. Cool, 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 cool. I'm guessing with Brainstorm, we probably put away some amount of dazes. At least I hope so anyway. Man can dream. I'll put this in just to like thin down a bit. But next turn it's going to be a slam Jace or lose proposition. Ponder, okay. If he has hung on to days up until now, then I guess I'll be mildly upset, but it's whatever. Because I can't imagine him looking at my board and thinking like, oh wow, days is good, and he's gone through brainstorms and ponders, so if he finds a force, he finds a force. I just don't want to walk into a daze, but I also don't know why he'd be holding it for this long either. He says just before he walks into a daze. Seconds before disaster. There's an interesting wrinkle. I think I'd rather, I don't know, maybe there's some weird reason that he didn't do that. So I'm just going to deploy Stoneforge now. I'd rather start pressuring, if at all possible. It may or may not matter if his next play is Entomb. But this will pretty quickly get him below the point where... Oh, he doesn't have Entomb. Okay. This is very quickly going to get him below the point where Entomb Reanimate is going to be viable. I'll need 2 hits to do it. The magic number here is 8, I believe, for Entomb, for the Reanimate part to stop working. They usually play some number of like the enchantment that doesn't take life, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so now he's kind of gonna be left with a choice. Do you want to play against Kaldra or do you want to play against Jace? He'd rather play against Jace. Cool. Okay. So here's this Jace. Alright. Spell Pierce is a pretty good one. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have some salt spillage? Alright. Pull me ahead. Snap. Prismatic Ending is good. I'm gonna put Back to Basics under Snap. Just in case he like thought seizes something or whatever. I don't know. Entomb. Okay. Is this gonna be a Reanimate? No, he doesn't have it yet. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna draw 3 here. That dress down is very good. So I could do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do Back to Basics and keep dress down up just in case. So I'm gonna put Teferi back under Snapcaster Mage. Then it's gonna be blue, blue, white, Back to Basics. Alright, we're gonna attack. Every speck of damage matters here. Every little drop. It all matters. Okay, cool. It's gonna draw, sure. Is this dress down? Okay, cool. Win game 1. So these 4 are probably about it. And I think it's Batterskull, 1 swords. Counterbalance is pretty tough. And then, I think he cuts a spell pierce too. I think we just roll with that. I'm a little tempted to reach for some number of consigns, but it's probably not very good. Yeah, so there's a match I'm generally not supposed to win. Game 1. Always feels nice to steal that out from under a combo player. Yeah, but dress down coming in clutch there. So what's next here? Okay, so this seems pretty good for now. I'll keep this. He's going to be pretty hard pressed to go for the reanimate route, but this deck can swing both ways, so we'll see how good that actually is. So he's going to know that his reanimate options are off, which I'm kind of hoping on a mulligan is what he planned to do. Okay, so he's going to try and beat it out, I guess. Okay, very macabre. Okay. Wow, not his day today. Okay, doesn't even have a follow-up. Okay, so now I have a prismatic ending to deal with a Tammy or whatever else he decides to put in. Okay, he just concedes. I'm guessing he got stuck somewhere. It happens. On to the next one. Underground Sea is the most played deck again. See what we're dealing with. Oh, whenever I see this Saheeli Rai avatar, more often than not, I feel like my brain says that they're probably some kind of ancient tomb artifact player. We'll see if my gut is right. This seems fine. This hand can go a lot of different ways. I'll probably still lead on Island Ponder, depending on how things go. Okay. What are we doing here today? Basic Island. Tamiyo. The creativity is simply stunning. Never seen a deck like this before. It's just If you feel that strongly about it, I'm probably just going to pitch this counterbalance here. I don't know. That might have been a mistake. I'm willing to accept if that was a mistake. But that was a pretty aggressive protect on his 1-drop. It's a very aggressive protect. We're going to ponder here. I like these cards. I like all these cards. We'll do... I'll just keep them in order like that. Shuffle. I don't mind putting a Teferi in play next turn. Teferi seems like a very fine card. So I'm going to lead out with Teferi. I feel like he doesn't have days. So this is probably going to have to be a... Okay, so he's just spell piercing. So this is like Jeskai control. Okay. Getting eaten alive by spell pierce over there. All right. 4th time's the charm. Something, something. Okay. So he's going to spell pierce again. Okay, cool. That's fine. So he's down to 1 card. No, I will not. I'll pass. And I'll probably brainstorm at the end step. There's a lot of good hits that I'd like to set up. It's a fairy of your own. Okay, well, I'll brainstorm in response. These cards are all very good. I'll just put these 2 back. It's probably going to bounce like the Snapcaster or something. At least that's what I would do. Yep, okay. Neato. Oh, whoopsie. We'll go 2nd main. Sure. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Yes. Cryptic Coat. Blue. Dress Down. I'd like to hit a land drop here. I'm not doing anything else with the mana, so it's fine. Okay, well, that's a really bad draw given the circumstances. With Teferi in play, that draw is absolutely horrific. Okay, so you're just putting in Thunderclap Trainer. Cool. So we're just having like a Jeskai mirror. Good old Jeskai mirror. Force of Will. Wow. Brainstorm, por favor. Okay. How do I want to handle this? This spell pierce is actually just useless. So I'm gonna put these 2 back. I kind of want to get rid of that Force of Will. So I think I'm going to bait out with a Narset. Maybe I'm crazy here, but I think Cryptic Code is probably better. I think it's quite realistic that Cryptic Code is better if this game is going to go long. Because he's still going to have to 2-for-1 himself here. Right? Yeah. Okay. So... Oh shit, I forgot to crack fetch. Ugh. Here's his Cryptic Coat. If his last card is Force, then I'm I am indeed slain. Okay, cool. So this is going to be able to pick off his Teferi next turn, probably, or shortly thereafter. Or he's going to spend a card to try and kill it. All right. Let's see if he wants, how badly he wants to defend this. Kind of curious now. This is like an instant speed prismatic ending. Okay. Bounce that. Okay. Still draws 2 cards. Okay. That's unfortunate. God, I should have plowed that. I forgot that Flame of Arnor, and like there's all these like wizard synergies going on in the deck. Yeah, that was just bad on my part. Regent. Okay. Cool. Does he really want to keep like Force of Willing himself to protect this? I think we passed the turn with that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I should have narrated that more. I was kind of lost in my thoughts. So he definitely has like a Force of Will still floating in his hand. So now we kind of have a bit of a challenge to deploy this Cryptic Code again. A very large challenge, because now we can even like just hard cast it. So I think this Cryptic Code is just going to end up dying as the cost of doing business. This back to basics, sure. Okay, neat. I actually don't care about that. Okay, so now I have Jace. So we're going to cast this coat. Wow, okay. I'm kind of surprised I got to have that. I'm not going to lie. That's more than a little surprising to me. That's fine. I should have... Wow, wait, did I not? Okay, I must have clicked through my block step or something. Yeah. Okay, well, either way, I'm not going to plow, I think. Yeah, that's fine. So he still has Force of Will in his hand. Still need to bait that shit out. Sure, you can Thunder Trap me, that's fine. So I had a bit of a spew earlier. I definitely should have plowed that earlier and killed both of them. I could have kept the card. Big spew. Just Cryptic Coat. It's fine. Next turn it's Jace. I feel like I got pretty good value out of that Cryptic Coat, though. Now with Planeswalkers, he's going to struggle to deal with them quite a bit, because a lot of his deck just isn't meant to do that. And his cards like Thunder Trap Trainer are not going to be sufficient. So got 2 cards. Jace. I don't see the spot for this getting better, so I'm just going to Spell Pierce here. Okay, and we're in. Okay, Force of Will's good. I'm just going to put it like this. We're just going to play Protect the Queen for the rest of the match. Big 4th, probably. Yep, okay. So, what, 3 red blasts, and I think that's about it. I don't necessarily love Cauldron in this matchup. I can probably cut like 2 plows as well. I think just go like this. Yeah, I think I just go like this. That's fine. Yeah, so I don't... Okay, yeah, because I don't think he has creatures worth plowing. I mean, you might want to clear out like 1 or 2 just because they're wizards and they turn on his other stuff, but like, am I going out of my way to do it? No. Okay, so we keep this. How many like Spell Pierces this Jeskai Wizards list on anyway? Actually, I legitimately don't know. I'm really curious actually now that I say that out loud. I'm just gonna kill this before it does anything stupid. set up some draws for next turn. Yikes, not what I wanted. We're gonna any order that shit. Alright, cool. Jeskai Wizards, so we're just gonna look at one of them. I don't see any Spell Pierce in most builds, but you never know. Everyone's got their own like little twist on things, so people just do it different, I guess. I'm really curious now. Sure. Get onto one card. Okay, so he's going all in on this Tameo, which I think I am generally just going to be fine with. I have a Brainstorm. I have so many outs to get rid of this thing. If I don't, I'm going to be more than a little upset. Because I've got, what, like 2 more Red Blasts. I've got 3 Prismatic Endings. And then I've got, like, Snapcasters as well. So that's 2, 5. I've got, like, 7 outs to this thing, plus, like, general combat. Okay. So let's just start being dumb and oppressive with Counterbalance. Okay, cool. So I've got like 3 turns to figure this out. Okay, that's fine. I can do it with the Stoneforge Mystic. So Stoneforge isn't going to be fast enough, actually, because he'll ultimate and everything and be done by that point. So I need... Okay. I'm going to put 2 back. I'm going to Stoneforge. Is this where the part where Cutting Cauldron comes back to bite me? It sure feels like it. We'll get Batterskull. Man, I've been like trash talking this card and then it like fucking kills me. That's life sometimes. Yeah, sure, okay. It's not gonna matter. Got like 7 cards I could draw that would get me out of this. Alright, I need my 7-outer out of 43, please. Alright, that's a good start. Brainstorm. Alright, there we go. 1, 2 back. And then we'll just do Teferi, I guess, while we wait. Hang out. Cool. I want that Ponder. That's a very good Ponder. Okay, sweet. Stoneforge Mystic. We Cryptic Coat, and we're going to start going crazy with Cryptic Coat. Sure. Sure. Yeah, so far this game is pretty routine. Now Cryptic Code is just going to take over. I'm not going to bounce it yet because the second I crack one of these fetches, it does leave Cryptic Code open to a Red Blast or similar removal effect. So as long as I just don't, like, do anything, he won't be able to get rid of it. Like, what is this now? Okay, cool. You can Thunderclap. It's fine. I probably will just return it now. Oh, yeah, okay, so he Pyroblasts now. He has Pyroblast now, but he can't, like, deploy it, so I'm just gonna get my shit together. Turn this. I don't even think I need to deploy Jace right now. Just play Cryptic Code out. We're just gonna make him a big deal with this code. Like, it's gonna kill him eventually. It's gonna kill him pretty quickly, actually. Alright, here's a knowledge check. I'm gonna knowledge check my opponent. He knows. So I'm gonna deploy Cryptic Code again. If he counters it, then I just hit him with Jace. Then I force backup. Okay, like that. There's Jace. Yep. Okay, cool. So there's the advantage we have in that matchup. Our threats are just better, and we have. If you look at their best cards like Flame of Arnor, they actually can't hit Planeswalkers. So, I mean, especially game one, they're going to struggle because we're a 5-6 Planeswalker deck, and the only thing they have to slap Planeswalkers are like Trap Trainers and like maybe a Snapcaster Mage. Meanwhile, we'll say that our attack plan is much more robust than that. Oh, gods. Okay. Well, this should be fun. Okay, cool. So this back to basics is probably how I'm winning this. Can't even really do that, right? So I'm probably just going to fling this Snapcaster Mage into the void, I think. So I'm going to fling this Snapcaster Mage into the void, and then if I draw a land, I can back to basics next turn, or I can Prismatic Ending targeting the void Chalice, both of which would be pretty good here. That's fine. I know I can't, right? So that's fine. So I have to draw like dual or basic for that plan to work. If it's a dual or a basic, I can pin him under his own mana. Okay, that's pretty good though. I can do that next turn. It doesn't even like. I'll just hold Dress Down up. I like that better. So here's the Stress Down. So now the initiative never enters. I can back to basics, and then I can start bouncing his shit. I like that. So it's gonna be a little bit stressful here. So it explores. Does explore work if you're not in the dungeon? I actually don't know. So does that put the freaking So how does that shit work? Okay. Okay, cool. We're gonna put that back. So this one's going to be pretty close here. I'm going to have to get rid of this Archon. Okay, I'm good with that. Teferi again. Bounce that thing out of here. Land, please. Cool. I'm just going to ponder here. Oh, whoops. Damn it, forgot about that. That's fine. I can chase next turn. I'm okay still. I'm still fine. I have force. Yeah, I'm good here. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck around with this thing. Okay, so now we just plus Jace. I'm gonna brainstorm. Put you and you back. Alright, this Spell Pierce might do something. I don't know. I might be pleasantly surprised somewhere along the line. Okay, so he's had enough. So we're playing against like a mono white initiative deck. Consigns are probably going to be pretty good just to stop the initiative from like entering. I would like a Meltdown, but I don't know if I'll have the room. Counterbalance is going to be bad. Spell Pierce is going to be bad. You know, he didn't even see Stoneforge that last game, so that definitely works in our favor substantially. Do I want a Narset? I think I can cut a Narset here. I think I just bring in like 3 consigns here. No, I better keep an Narset. I want to keep the balance going. So I'll have more than a few ways to stuff out an initiative trigger, which is what I want. I don't love it, but it's probably fine. I don't necessarily. It's not bad enough. It's just one of those like. It's not great, but it's not like bad enough to throw back. Okay, so Mox. God, what I would give for a white source right now. Archon's probably fine here. At least I'm not going to sweat it too much. Just play that out. That's fine. Okay, cool. So now we're going to kick this Mox out from under him, I think. Because a lot of his decks are 4s, so I feel like that's going to be pretty effective. Just got to keep a... Alright, cool. I was going to take the 2 next turn, because I don't want to plow and then not be able to force something really bad. More than once. Oh, okay. I mean, he still could if I plow this, so I'm just going to keep the rules enforced here. The rules are the rules. Yeah, because if I plow that and he dumps like a 4-mana thing, then I'm going to feel real dumb. Is he going to channel this or something? Yeah, I don't think he can. No, he can definitely channel. That's fine. So what does this say? The beginning of the next end step. Turn it to play. Just a fairy. I'm just gonna plus this thing. He won't be able to attack it, and then I can just bounce the Archon next turn, which will be fine, I think. That's fine. I don't care. Let me get ice in here. Prismatic Ending could be a pretty good draw too, and I'd like to keep that option available to me. I'll Force of Will it on the way down if that's what he wants to do. It is pretty annoying to not be able to leverage this Snapcaster Mage. Okay, well. Well, now I'm doing this. I'm gonna Jace it up here. I don't know. I find Jace to so rarely be the incorrect play that like I'm just, if this is wrong, then I'm just gonna live with it. I'm gonna put these 2 back. So we're just going to plow this now, and then we're just going to threaten, and we're hopefully never going to take our foot off the gas again in this matchup. Now we'll have a Jace Stoneforge against his Archon. Sure, whatever. I don't care. I actually don't care about that. Do I care? I'll just keep it rolling here. No, I won't. You can have that, and then I'll threaten with Batterskull next turn. Jace can just kind of hang out. Draw a card you can't cast. Yep. Okay, he's had enough. Sweet game so far. Lost that first one, but we've been doing pretty well for ourselves after that. All right, and here's our last round. 1, 2, 3 QWE. This seems fine. I don't know what this is, but Island Plains, and there's Cauldron magnetized to the top once again. Misty, so I'm thinking like Nadu or something. Something of that ilk. Seems to be going in that direction. Birds, alright. Cool. We're just going to take this opportunity to ponder, I think. These cards are terrible. And we'll draw the Tundra anyway. Yikes. Okay, so this is going to be a very difficult matchup. This is one of those matchups where you're like, I want fire magic. Yeah, so this one's going to be rough. Yeah, without fire magic, this matchup is absolutely horrific. So we kind of paired into the worst case scenario. Yeah. If this were fire magic, if I had fire magic on my board, I'd be fucking salivating right now. But I don't. And I don't even have removal, so I'm gonna say that this one's probably over. Yeah, this is over. All right, so what do I take in here that's good? I don't even know, man. This matchup is so bad. Some elves have ETBs, not really. Man, this matchup is so bad. I think you just have to put your boots on and just kill him, because like Consign doesn't do much. Neither does Lavinia, because they're just casting fucking creatures, right? Yeah. I think it's just another submit as is. Yeah, without fire magic, this is. I mean, it's being highlighted here. I mean, yeah, I would have liked to play to a 4-1, but like, this is just kind of like the cost of doing business, unfortunately. If you cut fire magics, this is the sort of deck that like just runs you over. There's just no other way to put it. I'm probably gonna cut basic. I'm probably gonna ship back basic mountain here, and then hope that my ponder like can turn up a third land, and that I don't know. Maybe there's some miracle world in which back to basics is good enough, and I get to live there. But we'll soon see if that's a reality or not. Okay, back to basics is not going to be very good here. I would probably still like to Prismatic ending that elf just to stop them from getting, I guess, critical mass, or try to. But I feel like, yeah, this is like a 90-10. Shepherd, yikes. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm just getting clowned here. This is bad. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say he's got it. I'm not beating this. Anyway, so that was a sweet league. 3-2. I mean, I lost to Elves, which I don't think there's just not realistically anything you can do. Tempo, I think he drew pretty well. 3 Bowmasters was very punishing, but yeah, otherwise I feel like I played pretty well in the matchups I did win, so I'll take that all day. And hey, I'm infinite, right? All right, good games. Good night, everybody.